Hello, the weather is still nice, and so we are still trying to get all of these brassicas and root crops in as quickly as possible before the weather changes on us. Hi everybody, my name's Kim and I am finally outside in the outdoor garden. I'm able to do a lot more quick videos on how I'm getting my spring garden started. Y'all, I can't do it all at one time. It's just too much over here. So I have to do it one bed at a time, one vegetable at a time, one brassica at a time, if you know what I mean. And so today I am working on these onions that have been ready to go in the ground for a minute, y'all. I got just a handful of onion over here we're going to put in. And we are going to put in two different, I think it's only two, it might be three, different types of cauliflower in this space here. This space here is where I like to, when the summer season really starts up, I like to trellis my cantaloupes from this right here. And I've been trellising cantaloupes here now for 3 years, I think. And the first time I ever got cantaloupes was because I trellised it from this spot right here. Well, I've upgraded this area here, put in a different metal raised bed. It's a 17-inch versus a 10 or 11-inch raised bed. And so there's more soil. And I turned this right here around so it's facing that evening sun. And I really believe it's that evening sun is which made this take off. When I tried to do the trellising against that wall over there, I did get some cantaloupe, but not as many as I did when I changed it to this direction. So this is the direction we're going to use. It's a little taller than it's ever been before. So hopefully that'll help with the trellising of those. And y'all, when I say cantaloupe, I mean it's cantaloupe, it's honeydew, and other varieties of melon that I'm going to put on here. I can't remember, did I say cucumbers earlier? If I did, I didn't mean to say, I meant to say cantaloupe and melons. So anyway, but that's not what we're working on here today. What we're working on today are cool season crops. We are in March, so there are still a few chilly nights ahead of us. There's still frost ahead of us. So you can't put your cantaloupe in yet or they'll just die when that cool weather gets here. But you can put cool season crops, your brassicas, your onion, carrots, those kind of things you can put in now. And so that's what we're going to work on in this bed. Oh, I forgot to go get my carrots. I'll be back. Let me get my carrots. All right, before I get too far ahead of myself, I need to update my garden journal with what I'm putting in this bed today. So carrots. Now I do have carrots already in my elevated raised bed, but it's only like 2 squares. So we do need to add more carrots. And from a carrot standpoint, I'm going to grow some more Rolanka carrots. I think that's going to be the winner this year for the season. These things get big and they're storage carrots. I'm going to also do St. Valerie and Envy. All orange carrots. That's what we're going to do today. Starting them from seed outside. And then we're going to do onion. Let me find those onion. I did those early. They've been out here so long you can't even read it. Utah Sweet. Yeah, I can't even read that one anymore. So I'm putting exactly where I'm putting things in the garden as well. And then as far as the brassicas, these are all different types of cauliflowers that I'm putting in today. It looks like I got a couple Korean Napa cabbages over there. But the first thing I want to put in is cauliflower. This is going to be like a cauliflower bed. That's what I'm going for anyway. All right. So I got everything updated in the garden journal. And y'all, I use this journal to start my seeds, plan when to start my seeds, put my little notes in here when things are going well or not going well. I really use this garden journal. This is the 3rd volume of this garden journal. I created it for me because I just couldn't find that one journal that had everything in it that I wanted in it. So I created this for me, and it is on Amazon. Links are below if you're interested. But just remember, I created it for me based on the things that I wanted to see in my garden. So it might not be exactly what you're looking for, or it might be something that's going to be very helpful if you're like a beginning gardener or something like that. All right, now we've decided what we want to put in here. When we did the garden redesign and we put this bed in, we just put it on top of the bed that was already here. So it's a little wider, just a little longer. So I just went around what was there, and then we filled in the sides with more soil. But then it was still a little low. So then a friend of mine brought over some, it was supposed to be compost. I'm not sure if it's compost or not, but about 2 inches of some other type of soil. And then since then, we've covered it up with Happy Frog. So this bed is full of Happy Frog and about 2 inches of something else. So we should be in really good shape. I am going to add some fertilizer to this bed. We're going to use Garden Tone. My preferred fertilizer is Dr. Earth, but you got to use what you got. And Garden Tone is what I have. A lot of times I will just sprinkle the Garden Tone all over the whole bed and kind of mix it in. This bed is huge. That's a lot of wasted fertilizer to do the whole bed like that. So we are only going to put the fertilizer in the holes where I'm planting each and every one of these transplants, or a little small line in the area where I'm going to put the carrots or the onion in. That's the plan for today. So we're going to start over here. When you're filling or planting your beds, you need to keep in mind where your sun is. It's the evening, and that evening sun is over there, and it's shining me, hitting me in the face. Morning sun is over that way. This bed doesn't get a lot of morning sun. It gets early or like midday sun, because I got stuff over there that blocks the morning sun, and then it gets a lot of evening sun. So with that being said, I need taller things in certain area, right? I don't want to put something super tall right here, and then it blocks the thing behind it from getting the sun that it needs until late evening when it gets hit with that evening sun. So I'm going to put short items right here along this side of the bed right here, very short statured items. So I believe I'm going to put the carrots here, and then across the front over there, I'm going to put the onion, and then we will place the cauliflower in the middle of the bed. And we know behind this trellis system right here, later, not right now, but later, there is about 4 or 5 inches behind it. And that's where we're going to actually plant the melons. Not right now, about 2.5 months from now. 2.5 months from now, a lot of this cauliflower would have already come out and opened the bed up for other things to grow. That's the plan. So let's start with not tearing up my containers. So we are going to start right here. And remember, I said we're going to do carrots right here. Now I got 3 different varieties of carrots. I'm going to put one variety, a second variety, and then the third variety, because that's just the quickest and the easiest way to get it done today. If I was using the square foot garden method here, y'all, I would put 16 carrots per square. Well, just know that's not what I'm doing. When it comes to carrots, I don't have great luck, so I have to overseed. And then depending on where they come up, I thin them out. So that's just how I have to do it. So I put Rolanka in the back. I think it's going to get the largest. And then I think Envy is going to be next, and then St. Valerie. Some of these seeds are a little older too, so I definitely need to seed those a little heavier. And y'all, if they slightly overlap, oh well, they're still carrots. And at the end of the day, y'all, that's what I'm going for. I want it to be pretty, but at the end of the day, I need it to be productive. I grow St. Valerie every year, always have. It's always been in my garden. I used to have wooden raised beds that were only like 6 to 8 inches tall off of the ground. But I realized here in the last couple of years that my raised beds, they're either 11 inches or the 17 inches like these, they give me a better harvest, y'all. It gives the plants a little more room to spread their legs, you know. I really do like the raised beds. I love my green stalks too, y'all. Let's not get it twisted. I love my green stalks probably more than I do my raised beds, but I love both, y'all. I love both. They're both amazing products. And I just poured all my seeds on the ground. Oh, I tell you, it's getting late, y'all. Just poured every last seed out the pack, every last one. Well, and that was a new pack of seeds. Y'all, we'll pick up the ones we can. Also, in the next few weeks, y'all, I need to get out here and finish getting these last of the drip lines in, because the last stage to finish off this area is to bring in river rock over here. And I want them to do that before it gets too hot. So I need to finish up a few things over the next couple of weeks, give them a call and tell them to come on and bring those gravels on. So I have everything in, and I need to separate where I end it, which is over here somewhere. And then I'm going to just lightly cover the carrots. And across the front, y'all, we are going to put onion as far as they'll go anyway across the front. Now, I believe it's like almost 80 degrees today. I mean, it's that warm. And I'm not saying we're done. Winter's not gone. I don't believe that. Nope, don't believe it at all. I know there's more to come. So I'm just being grateful to have the nice warm day that I have. And for the onion, if you've ever seen me plant onion, I can't even put that label there, y'all, because it means nothing, because it's blank. I'm going to do this squat thing for a minute, but I can't do this long, y'all. Anyway, for the onion, I just do like this, separate them out, just gently pull them apart, and they'll come right apart, just like that. I don't plant my onion very deep. I only plant the little bottom part. I never put any of the green tops under the ground. So I just take it just like this right here. About, what is that, about 4 inches apart? It's about 4. And then I just cover up the little roots. And they might be all weepy, they might fall over, but eventually they'll stand at attention and they'll get happy. And I'll follow this process until I get all of these onions. And it's not many, y'all, it's not many. This looks like about 3 rows across the front here. And then I will bring you back and I'll show you this final product that we have right here. So the onion's all in, and next we're going to work on Flame Star. And what we need to do now, y'all, is fertilize each pocket. In addition to fertilizing each pocket, we are also going to put in mycos, because we're putting transplants in. Now, I don't use mycos on my onion, but I do use it on everything else. So we're going to put in 3 Flame Star cauliflowers right here. A little fertilizer for each hole versus wasting it on the whole bed. I usually don't let fertilizer touch my plant without mixing it in just like that. I mentioned mycos. It's a mycorrhizal, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in each hole. And then it's just a matter of putting it in there. I had 2 growing close together. I just separated them. And I'm going to try to plant it back to the depth it already was. That's simple. That's it. That's all, y'all. And these are not looking the best, but I'm hoping they'll bounce back here. Now, Flame Star is kind of like a cheddar looking cauliflower. It's kind of got an orange head versus the typical white head that you're used to seeing. The next cauliflower that we're going to put in is a white cauliflower. I think it's just Snowball improved or something like that, but it's the typical cauliflower you're used to seeing. I need to give them about 1 square foot apiece. And we're going to follow that same process to put the rest of these in here. With the fertilizer, come back behind it with the mycos, All right, I think you get the gist of what I'm doing. So let me go ahead and get the rest of this cauliflower in, and let me show you what we ended up with in raised bed number 1. Okay, I have it all in. The bed is done. So let me cut in. I was watering that bed back there with that cover on it. So let me cut that in real quick so you can at least see what I was talking about, even though you can't see the bed that well. Might as well water this bed while I'm at it. This bed has already been in place for over a month. Napa cabbage, early Jersey cabbage. What else is in here? Early Jersey. I don't know. Can't see all the name tags from here. We have onion in here. We have cauliflower, and it's an early white cauliflower. And then we have purple broccoli in here as well. And y'all, it's doing good. These plants are about twice the size of the ones I just put in the ground. And I started all of them at the same time. This bed has a greenhouse cover on it, which increases the temperature inside probably about 20 degrees compared to whatever's going on outside. So when it's super hot, you don't need to have this closed. Let's start there. But in the wintertime, it's going to boost that temperature to let your plants grow longer or start earlier. The greenhouse cover is from Vigo Garden, as is the metal raised bed. All of it's from Vigo Garden. And links are below if you're interested. Yeah, I was having this whole conversation, didn't realize that I didn't have the camera over here. So I wanted to make sure you heard the conversation. But anyway, we got the cauliflower in. Y'all, we have white cauliflower, orange cauliflower, and we also have it's got some purple colors to it. Orange, white, and purple cauliflower growing in this space here. I got my carrots right here and onion in the front. And this bed is done with the exception of it being watered. So we're going to get it watered in right now. All of these extra vegetables that I have back here, I'm just going to leave them there, letting them sit on the soil versus in one of my 10-20 trays because I'm going to be gone. And if it rains, I don't want them like swimming in those 10-20 trays. So I figured I'll just leave them out here, let them enjoy the sun, and they can absorb moisture from the soil down below. But let's get this watered in, and I'll even water those plants back there. Not that they need any because they've been swimming for days. Like I said, I will work on getting this watered in. But y'all, that's the end of the day and the end of this video. And as I'm planting and starting each and every one of my beds, y'all, I'm bringing you with me. So you're going to get to see how this garden went from yuck to yummy with wonderful vegetables for us to eat this season. But let me finish watering it in and see if I can move on to something else. But thanks for hanging out with me today, and I will talk to you again really, really, really soon. Bye.